Alright, welcome back to another Art of War 3 replay. I'm your host, John Cena, and today we're going to be doing a clan 2v2 battle. I'm going to be the blue Confederate player, and my ally Bullet 82 MK2 is going to be the green Confederate player. So let's go and get into it. We're going to be facing off against two pretty strong resistance players here. One of them has a 70% win rate. They're the yellow player, rank 19. They have a tendency to spam dragonflies and maxed out riflemen, so let's see how the game unfolds here. We can see that we're getting a scout onto the red player. They are the rank 20 player. We see that they are going for a mass grenadier with porcupine build, and as I suspected, we can see dual avia factories being dropped by the yellow player, so we may see some dragonfly spam on the battlefield. So my plan is to go for typhoon spam to counter. I'm going to mix in some fire assaults and hammer tanks together. Meanwhile, I'm going for HQ4 just so I can have a larger ground army. So I tell Bullet to get a scout onto yellow. Let's see what yellow's up to. So yellow is still HQ3 at this time. Red is also still HQ3 at this time. And we can see that red's got a huge army there consisting of tons of grenadiers, coyotes, and porcupines. So I'm going to need to move my army back here to defend my base. Here comes the first major engagement of the battle. I'm going to throw on a gold common defense boost, and here come my fire assaults into the mix. And those fire assaults are going in to roast those grenadiers. Vertex support coming in from Bullet to take out those porcupines. Meanwhile, we see lots of infantry coming in along with a few dragonflies from the yellow player. So it looks like they are teaming up on me, trying to break the front lines for me. Meanwhile, I've got support coming in from Bullet. Bullet's bringing in some ground troops to help out here. Those Vertex are doing a nice job just cleaning up the infantry and dragonflies. There's so many riflemen though from the yellow player. It's going to take us a little bit of time here to clean up those riflemen. And we can see those riflemen are dishing out some steady damage against our ground troops here. I've only got a mix of typhoons left, and typhoons are not good against fighting ground troops here. So I'm going to need to pull my typhoons back. Got a few hammer tanks here. Bullet's got a few tanks in the mix and some heavy assaults. And we're going to be able to clean up most of these riflemen here. My fire assault's coming in now for reinforcements. And it looks like we're just about cleaning up this initial attack force. And we've defended successfully. So Vertex coming in now. Just cleaning up the last bits of infantry from the resistance army. And we're going to go ahead and continue to produce more ground troops just to counter the red and yellow armies. And we can see that there's a couple of stragglers there just getting sniped by the Vertex. So I've got full infrastructure here at this point. I am going to go ahead and upgrade that special vehicle factory. I need to get a shield generator out. So mixing in some troops there together, we can see that red has assembled another army consisting of porcupines, grenadiers, and some coyotes there, I think. So we need to watch out there. Red might try to launch another assault at me pretty soon here. Vertex going in for Bullet. Bullet gets the scout on the yellow player. Yellow is already HQ4 at this time. Red is still HQ3 at this time, opting to go for the spam strategy here. So I'm going to move my troops over. I've got just about 90 or so command points here. Just trying to get those last bits of command points to be full on an HQ4 army. And we can see that red is coming in. So we're going to throw on a gold attack boost here. Fire assaults jumping into the mix to just roast those grenadiers. I've got a torrent in the mix as well for some extra firepower. Shield generator to protect my units. And here we go, mass engagement unfolding. Bullet is going to go up the middle. Meanwhile, I'm going to take the brunt of the attack here. Yellow and red once again teaming up to come after me. Yellow is actually surprisingly not going for that many dragonflies. I've actually lost to the yellow player twice before, and those two times yellow went for full dragonfly spam. So I think this time yellow's trying to take us by surprise by doing more riflemen as opposed to dragonflies. Bullet is moving ground troops up the center while my troops defend. And we can see that Bullet's troops have reached the bases for both red and yellow, and the resistance side cannot leave this unattended. Yellow is coming back now to defend the base here. Bullet now starting to clean up some infrastructure and is probably going to get this special vehicle factory. And there we go, special vehicle factory does get cleaned up. Dragonflies and tons of riflemen are moving back in now to help defend. And we can see that Bullet's forces now are really just down to a few hammer tanks in the mix, so Bullet trying to dish out as much damage as possible. Meanwhile, on my end, we're trying to secure that large resource container Bullet's still keeping the yellow army busy here. The Dragonflies are starting to move in now. Bullet's now trying to get some production structures here. Let's see if Bullet can get the Avia factory here. And the Avia factory is going to go down. That's going to cut the production for the yellow player. And we can see that Bullet is starting to lose the rest of these hammer tanks. But overall, Bullet was able to dish out some damage, which is always going to help out. I'm going to throw in a gold production boost. I've got plenty of resources now. And I'm actually going for an interesting mix here, slightly different from what I usually do, of extra fire assaults. So another gold attack boost, here we go, trying to storm the plateau here and take the resistance players by surprise here. So the resistance side has a lot of spam here to defend with, and even though my army is probably not going to break through, we are going to take some good casualties with us of reducing the size of the resistance armies. So fire assaults are jumping in. We are just incinerating these infantry by the dozens, but they just continue to pour out. The spam is real here from both resistance players. So at this point, I'm starting to run out of fire assaults and infantry and vehicles as well, and I need to retreat here. I'm going to throw in a gold scout boost here just to increase the speed of my units here, get them back to safety. I'm going to move them back to our side of the map while I continue to replenish my ground army. So Cyclones there just to cover the retreat. We can see that Bullet is going for a level 3 X facility, so we're going to see a Solaris tank on the battlefield here pretty soon. I'm just getting some extra Cyclones out and some fire assaults. I'm actually going for 6 barracks for spamming fire assaults now, just to help me with countering the infantry spam that the red side and the yellow side continue to throw at us. And we can see that there's Grenadiers making their way over to the resource container where that large container is going to spawn. And we can see that red is now moving back towards the center as my entire army advances. And we can see now yellow is defending the top of the plateau. Red's coming in from the side as well. And we can see we've got a double-sided engagement here. My army is surrounded here. I'm going to throw in a gold attack boost here. Throw on that shield generators. And we can see that we've got a full-scale engagement unfolding here. Tons of Grenadiers just unloading on my troops here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to hold the center here, but I will try to buy as much time as possible. If I can fight these two players 1v2 for long enough, it's going to allow Bullet to come in. And here comes Bullet with the cavalry. Bullet's got that Solaris tank, some infantry mixed in, and some vehicles. And now we are just starting to push back the resistance side. Both red and yellow are in trouble now. They do not have a response for our armies. I've got almost 100 command points worth of units, and we haven't really taken any significant casualties here. Both sides are still trying to spam more infantry, but at this point we've got some high-tier units out at our disposal. And this is just not looking good for the resistance side. We're reaching the bases here with quite a large army, and you can see that both sides just do not have enough to defend with. We are now starting to get into some critical infrastructure. My Typhoons are moving in, and that's going to zone out any Dragonflies. Meanwhile, my vehicles are moving in as well. We're starting to get onto the production here, and it looks like it's just about good game here as we're continuing to just clean up the rest of the base. And at this point, I'm going to signal to Bullet to fall back. Both red and yellow have surrendered, and it's good game. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this battle here. We will see you in the next battle. Good luck with your battles until then.
Ready for operations.